Hi everybody, I'm Melinda Gallant, and I want to welcome you to another Cape Conversations. Ooh, we're in a dark, mysterious place, and it happens to be in Cotuit. I wonder where it is. Well, we're going to have a lot of fun and a lot of laughs. So come along, let's have another Cape Conversation. Oh, I am so excited to be sitting here in the Black Box at Cotuit Center for the Arts. Ooh, it's a wonderful place. And I am getting ready to talk to three fabulous women, absolutely fabulous women. And some of them are really relatively new to the Cape, and one lives just a smidge over the bridge. And they're all doing a brand new play. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
The Weight of Silence. Very exciting for sure. And tell me, you are the director.
I am the director.
And you are Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie Johansson.
Oh, excuse me, Anne-Marie Johansson. We got to get the last name in case somebody wants to hire her for something else.
Right, and especially in that, no, I'm not going to say the other part. But I did bring this play to David's attention about a year ago.
Wonderful. David Keene.
David,
the executive director.
Executive director.
Excellent. And I am also here with somebody I know pretty doggone well, who is a fabulous singer, and now she's going to be a fabulous dramatic actress. Kristin Falau.
Yes.
I want to say Faflou. I don't even know why. That would even be more French, wouldn't it?
I guess so.
Falau. And you've been in a million shows.
I've done most of the shows I've done here at Cotuit Center for the Arts. Recently, this past summer, I was in Man of La Mancha. The first time I actually helped out backstage with a fun home that they did over at Falmouth Theatre Guild recently.
Yeah. Excellent. And last but certainly not least, the lady of the hour who plays your sister in this play, I heard, Leandra Booth. Is it Leandra? Leandra, okay. Well, see, I'm from Ohio, so I like Vanna Trudeau, I want to call her Vanna, and she doesn't like that, so I have to remember some names are one way and some names are the other. So Leandra Booth. Yes. And you just live a smidgen over the bridge.
Correct.
Excellent. All right, who wants to go first and tell me what this play is about? It's a world premiere, and it's happening right here in Cotuit in the Black Box. Is that exciting or what?
Very.
It's very exciting for the playwright.
Yes. Who is?
Cheryl Allen Carlisle. And she brought this play. I was involved with a theater group in Western Massachusetts, Connecticut. Oh. And Cheryl brought her play, which was a new play at the time, 2 years ago, to Suffield Players. Oh. And we read it. And as a member of the play reading committee, I was given the task to direct the read. Oh. And I assembled a cast of leading ladies.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. And then when we read the play, it was awe-inspiring for the women that were in it and for those who heard it. It's all about women and the things that make their life difficult.
Boy,
that
could be a long list.
Well, it is a very long list. Women have gone through years of thinking that everything that goes wrong in their families, in their lives, in their community, it's all our fault.
Right.
And we feel the guilt weighing on us. We will lie to make sure that the people we love aren't hurt.
Right.
We will lie to make sure nobody knows something about us that will embarrass us.
Sure.
And for people to think less of us. But you know what? It's those lies
that get us. Yeah, brings us down. Well, who do you play, Kristin?
I play one of the sisters, Kathy, the older sister.
So this is a story about a family?
It's definitely about family. I wouldn't say necessarily about family values, but it's definitely a family
dysfunctional family?
It's definitely dysfunctional. There's a lot
and there's no fun in the dysfunctional.
No, definitely no fun.
Okay.
And the strange relationship that between Kathy, her sister, and Kathy's daughter, who is played by Mikayla. What's Mikayla's last name?
Boyle.
Mikayla Boyle. She plays my daughter Grace.
And how old is she?
Mikayla's 16, and yeah, I think she's about
16
playing
a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my part.
You don't look old enough to have a kid that old, so you must have had her when you were 10.
I actually am, but but Kathy's character, she's really scarred. Mm-hmm. She's really lost. She's really struggling with her relationship with her daughter, because deep down she really loves her daughter, mm-hmm. and she's scared, but her daughter reminds her of some of things. But I don't want to give anything away.
No, don't give anything away, because they have to buy tickets. But we'll get to that.
I can say that I can relate to Kathy in the sense. I actually have a sister, so playing someone who has a sister, I mean, the roles reversed. I'm the youngest of my sister. Mm-hmm. Just that connection that you have,
sure.
And kind of the struggles of getting along and balancing feelings with experiences and stuff like that. And I really feel for Kathy's character. I mean, she's very different from me. I'm kind of like a really upbeat, happy person, and she's just really confused and really hurt. But I really feel like I connect with this play because it falls on a deeper level than what I'm used to.
Sure.
And I really like kind of stretching my boundaries with this show.
So, Leandra, you're the little sister.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so tell me about your character, but don't give anything away.
Without giving too much away.
I'll pinch you if you do.
You got
The
it.
director is here. She's
gotta stop us while we're ahead.
I play a very angry individual named Sarah, who
with an H or without an H?
With an H.
Oh, see, that's why.
Yeah.
Sarah
all the
with an H.
reasons, but
Sarah without an H, always happy.
Who was, when she was 9 years old, was pushed from a treehouse and paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh,
so
that's why we have a wheelchair.
Most of the entire play, I play in a wheelchair.
Oh my God, that would be so good for me. Perfect part.
It's been a rewarding experience, actually. Yeah. I did not want to take the role away from somebody who might feel that as somebody who is disabled, but instead of looking at the bad side, I try to make it as an example of, okay, well, here I am. This is what I got to make this role important to anybody who's in the community that sees this and knows that my character is not a pushover, is not a just because she's in a chair does not mean it defines her.
Right.
Like I said, she's very angry, she's very bitter, she holds a lot of anger towards her sister, but she doesn't towards her niece Grace, and she actually quite loves her very much, and tries to, as best she can, kind of keep that relationship while keeping that wall between Kathy and herself.
I see. So. I see. Excellent. So, are there any men in this play?
Yes.
Yep.
One.
Oh, perfect. Outnumber them. And his part?
His part is the father of these two lovely girls. That's all I'm saying.
Oh. Okay. Who plays that?
Oh, that's played superbly by Rod Owens.
Excellent.
Do you know
Excellent.
Rod?
I know of him.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
He's absolutely wonderful.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I actually first tapped him to do a comedy that I was doing in another theater, but some other things got in the way, so we couldn't do that. And then I knew this was coming, and I asked him to audition, and I got him in.
Excellent.
I'm very happy.
Excellent, excellent. That's great.
Yeah.
So tell me, as a director, I mean, you'd worked with this play before, but why this play? Why now? They just today installed the new house for our country, which is lots and lots of Democratic women. Mm-hmm. They're saying that this year has been, and will be in the future, the year of the woman. You're right.
20 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do you think that'll? Does that play any part in why you wanted to do this so much, or was it the storyline?
It was the storyline, and also because I developed a relationship with the playwright.
I see.
And her honesty and for wanting to tell the stories of these women, it made it very real to me.
Oh, sure.
And when something is very real, I want to bring it out to an audience.
Oh, sure.
I've always loved stories.
Yeah.
So as a director, as you know, that this is the ultimate in storytelling. You know, as an actor, you get to play one part, and you tell part of the story. But as a director, I could tell the whole story, and this is an important story.
Oh, excellent.
It just so happens that it ties in with what's going on in our social, political life right now.
Yeah.
And it's odd when you say right now, the problems that women have had, how they're being held down, it's not a current event.
No. Well, you're probably not as old as I am. However, I go way back when Gloria Steinem was just a girl. So, you know, I've gone through all of that and all of those things and numerous marches and numerous, you know, I mean, let's face it, women didn't get the right to vote until the early 1900s. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Other folks got the
21. Was it 21?
I think it was, yeah. So, I mean, when you think about it, and I think about my mom growing up, she couldn't vote. I mean, she was born in 1912, and she couldn't vote. She could drive a car at the age of 12, but she couldn't vote until, you know, it was all passed. She was a married woman.
I mean, I felt those things too when I was in, you know, the workforce in my 20s.
Oh, yeah.
I was working in New York, and I'm not going to say who I worked for. But
they might come and get you.
It was a very esteemed organization, and I was put into a position that gave me a lot of responsibility.
Sure.
I supervised people. I was in charge of entertainments. I was in charge of budgets.
Yeah.
And finally, they said, you know, we need to promote you. You're working so hard. So they gave me a title, they gave me an office, they gave me a secretary, but they gave me no money and no title.
You see?
Oh, I threw something at my
Yeah, I would think so. So now, ladies, you're younger than us, and significantly younger than I am. How is it now for you guys? How do you feel about all this? You know, you don't, maybe as a mom, I have 3 grown-up children and 6 grandkids, as everyone knows from watching Cape Conversations. The joke was, because I do a little stand-up here and there and tell stories, that I would wake up in the morning and I felt guilty, you know, and of course, it's all my fault. Iraq War was my fault. You know, if the electricity went out because of a storm, it must be mom's fault. I mean, literally, you feel guilty about everything. But you guys have been brought up in a different generation. How do you feel about that?
Well, I've started to pay a little bit more, you know, to political stuff. I don't like to get too political, you know, offend anybody. Cause
no, I'm not talking about that.
But how, you know, how I was raised, you know, I'm 38, you know, my mom was a really strong working woman, you know, she was a nurse. And I think the way that I was brought up, I definitely feel like I had more opportunities, you know, less struggles. I definitely was raised in a very loving, very supportive home.
Oh, that's great.
So, like, my parents, they worked very, very hard. And even though my mom once told me, you know, I tried to convince your older sister not to do theater because she worried that it was something I wanted to do, they were just supportive. Yeah. They just wanted us kids to be happy. They wanted us to, you know, succeed, work hard. And, you know, when I look at politics and stuff, I love that women have more opportunities. Women have come a long way. They're a lot stronger. They're more outspoken. And, you know, their voices are definitely being heard a lot more. And I feel, it's funny, I saw someone post something about, you know, how, like, you know, the measure of a man and the measure of a woman. I don't remember the same quote, but it was a gentleman actually saying that, like, you know, men and women are created equal, women are higher than men. And I was like, to see that people are recognizing that women are really kind of rising above, and especially women who, like my character, her character, that struggles so much, can still come out on top and still have a lot of strength. Sure.
What about you, Leandra? What are you thinking about all this stuff?
Anybody who knows me, and unfortunately probably gets annoyed by it, knows I am very, very politically active.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing.
Well, no, but I'm sure it annoys quite a few people. And I'm very vocal about how I feel about women's rights, you know, LGBT rights, and even one of the biggest hot topics right now is racism and such.
Yeah, right.
And I have to say, like, this play hits me home because of multiple reasons, without obviously giving things away. But I grew up with my mom. Pretty much, that was about it. My dad was not in the picture. My mom was a very strong, independent, stubborn, I love you, Mom, stubborn woman. But she was always so, like, you need to believe in yourself. You can do anything.
Well, confidence. She gave you confidence.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, she was the biggest role model in my life because she struggled so hard growing up. You know, we grew up with literally $17 after the end of the month, struggling.
Sure. You're not the only one, you know.
Oh no, and I'm sure there's plenty of people like that. And unfortunately, that's the kind of society we're struggling with right now. And I look to it as, with what's going on with the play, with even just, you know, abuse being seen at our women and everything going on, it's just such a powerful message being sent here. And I think it's one that's required for right now in our time. I know you said that you didn't choose the play for this reason, but that's why I came and auditioned. Because I saw this play and I saw a message, I saw a character who I related to in multiple ways, and just said, you know what, this is the play we need right now.
Excellent.
We need to say this message that women are the same as everybody else. They equal.
That's excellent. Well, we've been talking about this play, which is called The Weight of Silence. However, we haven't said when it's going up and how long it's going to be and what are ticket prices and how do you get them?
Oh my gosh.
You mean people actually want to come to this?
Arts on the Cape.
Oh my gosh.
They do.
Arts on the Cape is where you can find it. It goes up, when does it go up?
The opening night is Thursday, January 10th.
Opening night, they're getting nervous.
January 10th, it's next week.
It's next
A
week.
week from today.
You can see, this is what happens in theater. They go,
If you only had one more
rehearsal, right? One more rehearsal. That's basically. I always like it when you're in a show and you go, wait a minute, we didn't do the last scene of the third act. How did that happen? We're doing it on opening night. Okay. That always happens. But anyway, so it opens January 10th and runs through.
It runs through 3 consecutive weekends, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and
Sunday.
Matinee.
Yes. Excellent.
Yes.
And what time is your matinee? Is it at 2 or 2?
It is at 2.
In the winter they do 2, and in the summer I think they do 4.
Exactly.
Okay, and I know if you go to Arts on the Cape, you can buy tickets online.
Yes.
You can buy tickets. You can show up here unless they're sold out, which it may be, because there's only, how many seats are you going to have, 50?
Maybe 40.
42.
And I'll tell you, every show in the
it's always a little different.
Yeah, and in the last 4 shows, it's been sold out.
Actually, if you want to count Cougars, we were sold out before we opened.
Oh my gosh.
I know, and people were very mad at me.
And so was Mary.
And why didn't I tell them?
And so
was Mary. And they all sold out. So, people out there, do not wait to get your ticket. artsonthecape.org. You can find them there. Cotuit Center for the Arts. You can find them on their website, same website.
Yep.
You can call the box office here, which I do not have the number off the top of my head, but we will display it for you. And tickets are $15, right?
20.
Oh, they're $20.
$20.
They went up.
20.
Yeah.
No, it's been $20 for a long time.
No.
$15 for members.
Yes.
Oh, that's where I'm a member.
Members of the center.
So it's $20.
member.
So become a member and you get your ticket for $15.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you get all
Even
your
better.
shows at a discount.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
even better. All right.
Exactly.
So it opens Thursday, January 10th.
Yep.
And it runs for 3 weekends, ends with a matinee at 2 p.m.
Yes.
3 weeks later.
That's right.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So, back to the story at hand. So how many characters are in this play?
There are 6 women
6 women.
and 1 man.
And 1 man. The father, whom we do not talk about.
We don't talk about him.
He who shall not be named.
Yes. No, he's not that bad.
Oh, he's not that bad. Okay.
And his name doesn't start with a V.
Okay. He's not Voldemort.
No.
Oh my gosh. So there's 6 characters. 1 is a man, or is there 7 characters?
6 women, 1 man.
6 women,
There's
1
6
man.
women,
And who are
right?
the other
Yes.
characters in the play? We have the 2 sisters.
And of course, we mentioned the Kathy's daughter Grace, who's
Right.
played by Mikayla Boyle.
Wonderful.
We also have Grace's best friend, Tasha, who is played by Grace Ripley.
Oh, wonderful.
And then we have Tasha's mother, Dorian. Dorian is played by Sandra Bezil.
Excellent.
Then we have a very important character.
Yes.
She's like the Greek chorus.
Ah.
The voice of the universal truth.
Ah.
And she is played by Linda Monchik.
Oh my gosh, everybody knows Linda Monchik.
Yeah. She's a pleasure to work with.
Yeah, she is.
It's a pleasure to work with every one of these actresses.
Well, I heard that Kristin can be a pill, but I don't know. No, I'm kidding.
And don't, I mean, I don't yell at anybody. Just, right?
No, you don't.
Okay,
No, you don't.
I don't yell at anybody either, so I hear you. You know, it's always funny, director to director, so to speak. I always find it funny about directors who get cranky at the cast, and I'm thinking, here they are doing the best they can, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously you got to have to set some goals. You know, please learn your lines. You know, you don't want to go to a dress rehearsal and somebody's still on book.
No.
That would be a bad thing. Right. Just saying, girls. But it doesn't do any good to give them a lot of grief.
No.
It just doesn't do any good.
No, because you want, you know, as I said to somebody recently, I don't know if it was you or to David Keane, that I am a servant of the play. I am here to bring these words to life.
Right.
And I can't do that with any negativity.
No.
I have to just go forward, one step at a time towards our goal.
Right.
And that's what we're all doing. Mm-hmm. We're all working towards that one goal of bringing this play to this stage.
So, please tell the little story you told me before we started. The one about taking a walk with a friend, or you saw a friend and she said, who got you into theater here? Because people out there always go, gee, how do you get into this? Oh, I don't know, I don't want to audition, I don't want to do this. How do I get involved? Who do I call? Tell them your story.
That wasn't on camera?
No.
It wasn't on camera. Okay. So you'll have to hear this again, guys.
Here's our warm-up.
I had just moved to Cape Cod full-time. I had been a teacher in Western Massachusetts and an actor and a director back there too. And I was getting to know people.
What in Western Mass, just out of curiosity?
Long Meadow.
Oh, Long Meadow,
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And someone introduced me to a neighbor who happened to be very much involved in theater on the Cape.
Oh my gosh.
And her name, I'm going to mention, Karen McPherson.
Oh my gosh,
Everybody
we all know
knows
Karen.
She's in every theater on the Cape. She just got finished.
Did you see her at Home for the Holidays?
No.
Oh my God in heaven. Karen
McPherson,
if you're watching or listening, she was the funniest thing since sliced. She was, no offense to everybody else in the show who were wonderful, she stole the show. She's so hysterical.
She's amazing.
I'm
not even going to tell her what. But
yeah,
she and I had a conversation about the various theaters and the personalities and what's available on Cape Cod. And I was shocked because I didn't think there was any theater on Cape Cod.
Yeah.
And 2 days pass, I'm taking a walk up the street, and Karen is driving by, and I look in, I say, hi, you're all dressed up. She says, yes. What are you doing? I said, I'm taking a walk. Well, I'm going to an audition. Oh, that's great! You're coming with me. I said, I haven't showered. I just, I'll pick you up in 20 minutes. And she did.
Oh.
And the play that we auditioned for was Elegies for Angels, Punks, and Raging Queens, which was in this very theater.
And so that's how you got familiar with
That's how I got familiar. And then I volunteered for Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
And I got to know David. And then I
Excellent.
said, this play needs a venue, the play that I had done before.
Great.
So I made the proposal, and here
you
we
are today. And you're opening January 10th.
10.
Tickets are $20 unless you're a member, and they're $15, so become a member. And we have these two lovely ladies that play sisters. Yeah. I want to thank you, all three of you, for being here. Nice to meet you.
Very
I hope
nice.
our paths cross again.
I do too. Thank you.
And maybe we should start a directors club. Yeah, so we just get together and drink wine. Coffee. We only have coffee.
It's like,
or maybe vodka.
It's like a book club, but only for plays.
But only for play. Be perfect. Yes. Anyway, and Kristin, so good to see you.
Thank
and
you.
Leandra, mwah, mwah. And I love your hair. I love your earrings and your hair. Not that I don't love everybody else's, but you just look spectacular today on camera. So thank you, and thank you. Wow, wasn't it great talking with these three fabulous ladies? Oh my gosh, Anne-Marie, the director. You can tell this is going to be a good show. And then we got Kristin and Leandra playing sisters, and now they've become friends in real life. That's what theater can do for you. So buy your tickets today. It'll be the best $20 you ever spent at Arts on the Cape, and it's going to be in the black box at Cotuit Center for the Arts. Don't wait. Run to get your tickets because it's going to sell out and then you're going to miss it. Oh. So join me next time for another Cape Conversations.